So before my camera software decides to institute the lovely sound delay, which it probably will anyway, I figured I might as well just do a quick thing. This is just really for me. I mean, heck, this whole vlog thing is for me anyway. Just kind of detailing the reasons why I want to do this, what I'm keeping track of. And I find that time passes and you kind of forget things, and even things that are sort of momentous, you kind of forget why it would be so momentous. So I'm starting this at a point where 8 months ago I had decided that I had to basically lose weight or die, because I was quickly heading towards, I was considered morbidly obese, although who knows what that really means, but my health was definitely in decline, and I figured this has got to stop. So I started losing weight, and probably lost over 50 pounds now, but I'm not really keeping track. I feel a lot better, so I'd like to keep track of that and keep reminding myself why I'm doing this, and kind of keep track of all of my successes and how things are going, really. Another thing is that, you know, I own a business, and I'm extremely busy with that, and so trying to just handle actually making things for my business, because it is a jewelry business. So I make the jewelry, I catalog it, I sell it, I go to fairs, I go to shows, and I have to get hotels and all sorts of crazy stuff, and it's just a wild ride, on top of the fact that I have a full-time job. And my full-time job is very, very full-time, really more than full-time. I mean, I was at work until 8 p.m. last night, and I work at 7 a.m. So, you know, it's a long, long day, and it's hard for me to keep track of what I'm doing. But another reason for this is because of my job, and that I want to separate myself from that a lot, because I wouldn't say I'm well known, but for what I do, a lot of people know who I am, and there's a lot of videos of me on YouTube that are filmed for my job, and I don't want to be associated with that necessarily. And really what it is for me is that, you know, I did have another YouTube channel, and I never blogged because I didn't want anybody to accidentally stumble on that when they were looking for the videos I do for work, because I don't want my personal opinions and my personal feelings to impact at all what people see as my company's image. So, because, I mean, honestly, I as a person don't run contrary to my company, because they employ me, you know, they know who I am. But I think a lot of our customers don't, and I might come off as a little bit of a loon, which is perfectly fine as far as I'm concerned. But, you know, it's one of those little caveats. You know, I don't want the opinions that I express or espouse to in any way impact my business or make customers think differently about my company. So I just wanted to get away from that, and so try to be anonymous but still be out there. So that's why I'm here. So the other things are, you know, I've always wanted to have a visual record of getting older, and you know, it was several years ago when I first saw one of those conglomerations of somebody taking a photo of themselves every day and then, you know, turning it into a flip book, essentially. And I thought that was really interesting, and when I decided I wanted to lose weight, you know, I was thinking, well, I should take some before pictures, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't stand in front of a mirror and actually take a photograph of myself. I just couldn't even look in a mirror at that point. So so this is sort of a slightly less obvious visual representation. I am also going gray very, very quickly. I had a couple of gray hairs about a month ago, and now I've got a couple patches growing. And you can notice it when I pull up my hair, although in this light you really can't tell, but yeah, so my mom was gray pretty early, and I knew I was going to go gray, but I didn't think it was going to happen so fast. So I want to track how long it takes. Other things are, you know, when I was, I guess 15, I made some decisions that kind of changed the way certain things looked and operated, and that would be my ears. I have plugs, and I've been strongly considering, now that I'm, you know, grown up, taking them out and having them surgically repaired. So that's interesting. My husband fully supports that. He knows it's a tough decision for me, because this is definitely part of who I am, having these big plugs in, but it's getting to the point where it's kind of awkward, and I run a jewelry business. People are going to be looking at me and seeing what jewelry I'm wearing, and this is not conducive to selling what I'm trying to sell. So really, for the look of my business, I kind of have to change that. I still wish I had more tattoos, but oh well, what are you gonna do? Hubby don't like that. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much why I'm here. And you know, occasionally I'll probably do little response videos. That's another thing I wanted to do, is I want to be able to do response videos to things that are important for me, but I don't necessarily, again, want to reflect on the company I work for, or anything else that I'm involved in, because you know, I always want to speak my mind and everything, and I have no problem doing that, but I just am concerned because I'm kind of a public face for my company, and I just don't want there to be any conflicts or have anybody complaining because I'm some crazy godless liberal or some unknown thing. But mostly, you know, videos celebrating science and cultural freedom and all the things that I value. So that's why I'm here. And I have a horrible headache. I need to go get some caffeine, and I guess it's about time for me to cook dinner, so I'm gonna go do that now.